Another video, and today's video, I had to hop on it when I saw this on my news feed. Now, this video is educational for anybody in the dating market right now. Plenty of fish, Hinge, all those other dating sites where you really gotta be really smart about these dating sites. Now, this story, it's a trend now. 10 years ago, it was only happening to a few people, but now it's happening to a lot of people, and now it's taking on so many forms. Like some of you guys are gonna look at this story, and you might just serious matter that's going on with this crypto dating scam. There's also other different type of scams where banks, they'll pose as banks and they want to get information from you, or they want you to log into this site that looks almost like a banking platform that you would go into. So if you were with M&T Bank, Bank of America, then you'll see a similar email come from them, but the link would be different. And then you enter all your personal information, your login, your password, and that's one way of scamming you from your accounts. Now they can take that information and log into the real Bank of America website and take that money. Now this one is a little different, this crypto dating scam. So we're gonna go to the story. So pretty much, let's go into it. So this lady, Nikki Hutchinson, 24 years old, inherited $300K from her adopted mother who passed away. So she was awarded with $300K. So, that's a lot of money right there. And she goes on a dating website, Hinge, on a dating website. And she's looking for love. So, once you see Love is Blind, her vision is tunnel. So a guy reaches out to her, they start texting back and forth, calling back and forth on WhatsApp. And throughout the conversation, she says that, she has a lot of money and she wants to find some way to invest it. Now, this is a problem. That type of information you should not be telling random strangers. That type of information you should be telling to, financial planners. Where should I put this money? But you getting this information from some random guy online, obviously you're setting yourself up for some trap.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
As soon as some random guy, especially a scammer online, knows that you have this much money and you're ready to invest and you're willing to take advice from this random guy, not somebody that's licensed, then there's really nothing else you can do, because white collar crime is like the hardest crime to go after. For example, my situation. When I was renting a property in Cleveland, Ohio, and I was giving up my bank account information to make direct deposit, one of the tenants was so crafty to use that information plus other information with banking information, put it together, and was making utility bill payments in my name for a property that I do not own. That's where she made her mistake. See, she was trying to make a utility water bill paid with my information, and when that bill went through, I automatically get a text from Bank of America and telling me that I'm making a payment of this such and such an amount. So when I saw this information that they're trying to pay $500 for this water bill, and then they gave me the address, and then when I go to the address and the owner is not me, I went back to the water company and I told them, that there's a bill trying to be charged under my name for a property that I do not own, and I think I know who did it, because when I look at the information, like when I called the bank and the bank gave me all the information, they told me who was trying to make the bill payment. So they gave me the tenant's name that was trying to do it, and an ex-tenant of mine that was trying to do it. So that information was there, and the new address that she lived at, that's where she was trying to use my information, banking information, to pay with my name. I had all that information. I had who was doing the bill payment. I had how much the bill payment was for, the address, and I showed them that I do not own that property either. And when I went to the police, they told me that it's good that you have all this information, that you know who did it, that try to scam you out of your money, and you know which address and where the person is living right now. Like, the police could go there right now and arrest this lady for fraud, for using my information to pay for a bill. All this information that the police had at their disposal, background check, I gave them all that information. They still never went after that lady because they said it is not worth it to go after this lady. With white-collar crimes, they're different from violent crimes. White-collar crimes, there has to be money into it for them to make an arrest. Like, if this white-collar crime is not in the millions of dollars, a lot of police officers, enforcement are not going to go after this type of crime because it's not worth it to hire all these police officers just to go after $500. The police officer told me, just go through your Bank of America. Did Bank of America refund your money? I told her yes. So they gave me back my money. So I took the money, I got it back, and she said that's as best as we can do, that you got your money back. So just be happy you got your money back. So with white-collar crimes, police officers, law enforcement are only going to go after that criminal, even though you have their information, their phone number, their address, all of that. They could easily go to that house and arrest them. They're not going to do anything about it because it's not worth it. It has to be millions of dollars. It has to be like on American greed. But enough about me and my trial and tribulations. Now I know if somebody wants to pay me, I use PayPal. I do some tertiary payments like PayPal, Cash App, those type of funds. So they never get my account information, because with your account number information from your bank account, they can put things together. If somebody works in the banking field, they can put that information together, like which branch it is, and then all that information together, and they can make bill payments in your name without you even knowing about it. But anyway, let's go into the story, because this lady's story is going to tell you a lot about what's going on, this situation. I'm going to share the screen so y'all can see what's going on. All right? And let's go into this story. Like, there's a lot of red flags. I'm going to pause throughout this video so y'all can see this video.
To a new twist in a story we've been closely following here on CBS Mornings, a surge in so-called romance scams. According to the FBI, there's a major new category of these scams, crypto dating scams, where fraudsters convince people to put their money into fake cryptocurrency investments. The analytics firm Chain Analysis says more than $7.7 billion was stolen in cryptocurrency fraud worldwide in 2021. Our consumer investigative court.
That's the one thing about crypto. It's a double-edged sword. The money is transferred anonymously, like when we had that truckers protest in Ottawa, Canada. People were able to send funds to the protesters anonymously, so you wouldn't know who it is, because with crypto, the account number and the information is not your first and last name. It's alphanumeric, numbers and letters, so you can send money to one person to another person and nobody would know it's you. That's all it is. It's just a medium of transferring information, kind of like PayPal and Cash App, but everybody has a unique name and number. There's no images, and they just send the information. You can send funds. All you do is cut and paste the other person's unique identification, so you can send the money to them. So that's why they were able to send money to those protesters, and the government didn't know who it was coming from. And they could freeze and stop, Bank of Montreal, TD Bank, because they can actually identify who is sending the funds and who is receiving the funds. But with crypto, it's a double-edged sword. So when you get caught up in this crypto scam, it's hard for the police to do anything about it, because they don't know who scammed you, because there's no information on the first and last name when you're sending funds. But this is one red flag, but let's go ahead and look at it. So it's good. Crypto is good in some situations, and sometimes it's bad. It's double-edged sword for anonymity. So let's go ahead.
Correspondent Anna Werner shows us just how devastating those scams can truly be.
I think the biggest thing that I will be sad about is not being able to share anything with her.
24-year-old Nicole Hutchinson lost her mother Cynthia in February 2020.
Any memories or experiences?
After her death, Hutchinson inherited her mother's house, which she sold, splitting the proceeds with her father, $280,000 each. Money, she says, to help pay for her 94-year-old grandmother's assisted living and help her and her dad.
That was going to be our launch pad for him to retire easily and for me to start my life.
A new life in California, and to start meeting people there, she joined the dating site Hinge. She says she soon met a man named Hal, and they became friends.
He started asking questions about my family and my past experiences.
It was a connection that felt even stronger, she says, when he told her he came from the same town in China from where Hutchinson was adopted.
We kind of bonded over that.
Soon, she says, he was telling her about one of his hobbies, cryptocurrency investing, and he suggested she too could invest.
I'm like, I've never invested in my life. I don't know anything about cryptocurrency either, so I was very skeptical.
That's another issue with crypto. A lot of people are getting into crypto and they don't know much about it. A lot of people are getting into it. They see the people making millions of dollars. There's always these promises. There's a lot of winners and a lot of losers. So taking financial advice from a random guy on YouTube or anything like that, that is not where I would want to put $300K. She already had a plan of putting the $300K towards, getting another house, taking care of the mother, and all this type of stuff. But this is where the love comes in. Love makes them blind, and starts following the financial advice of some random guy on the internet. See that right there. That's a red flag right there. And I would point out, following financial advice from someone that's not licensed. See, when someone's licensed, then you can always go after them, if they give you wrong advice. But even they have so many measures for them to stop them from even giving wrong advice.
Worry, he said in a text, this is my field. I can be your teacher. First, he told...
Really? When you hear something like this, you should be calling the police. But anyways...
her to create an account on a legitimate site, crypto.com. Then he sent her a link and told her to transfer money there to what he said was a cryptocurrency exchange platform. She started small, but says soon she was investing larger amounts.
Okay, so from right there, Coinbase.com, yes, that is a legitimate website. Now, what these scammers will do, just like how they do with the TD Bank and Bank of Montreal, is they will create websites, they will create apps that look just like the banking website, just like Coinbase.com, and then they'll ask you to click on their affiliate link to join in, and then, they tell you the whole spiel that when you join in, I get some money, you get some money, and that, of course, as long as it's with a legitimate company. But this one, there's scammers out there that can make websites that look just like Bank of America, that look just like Bank of Montreal, and you'll click on it thinking that it's your account. You'll put in all your important information, your login and password. You'll give them that information, and they'll make it look just like the app. So that's where it's another red flag, is that she clicked on a random guy's link, not the same link that comes from Coinbase, not the same link that comes from Bank of Montreal. Like, whenever I go online to make the online payment, I go to the actual banking website. I'm not going through any link. Doesn't matter if it comes through my email to click on this link to make a payment for this and that. I always go back to the original source, because anybody can make a Coinbase app like this. Simple blue screen at the background with white letters. Anybody can make a lock key sign right at the top. You gotta go back to the source. But
$26,000, $49,000, $73,000.
He just kept saying things like, look at this money that can help support your family. Obviously, that's what I've wanted to do.
When her account began showing profits, she suggested to her father that he invest too, so he did. By December, their accounts showed a combined balance of $1.2 million, and Hutchinson decided it was time to cash out.
Time to cash out. That's when you know if it's a scam or not. Now, with Canada, we have 3 major platforms that are legitimate in trading crypto. We have BitBuy, Questrade, and the one I use is Wealthsimple. When I first started the crypto, I put in $1, took $1 out, just to make sure it was, it was legit. I had to make sure it was legit. So they never, for some reason, they never took out the money. Maybe the man that was setting it up always told them not to take the money out. Maybe that's why they never tried that. But I know whenever I'm trying a system, I put the money in and try and take the money out, see if it's fluid, see if it's easy to take the money out. Now we're going to find out where the problem is. She is trying to withdraw the money. Let's see what happens, guys. Let's see what happens.
That's when the site told her before she could withdraw her money, she'd have to pay a hefty tax bill of roughly $380,000.
That would never happen with a legitimate platform. Asking you to pay a tax before you can withdraw the money. But of course, because this lady did not know anything about crypto and online trading, that's why she she fell for the trap. So when she saw this, she was like, uh-oh, what the hell just happened?
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
That's when I was like, something's not right.
It wasn't. The cryptocurrency investments weren't real. All her and her father's funds had gone into the scammers' pockets. In all, $390,000 stolen.
I messed up my life. I messed up my dad's life.
She told me that it was all a scam.
Hutchinson's father, Melvin.
And all I could do was just hug her and tell her, it's okay. It's okay. And it was hard. It was hard. We lost everything.
They're not alone. A new report finds just in 2021, cryptocurrency scam victims lost more than $7.7 billion.
Anybody that's really trying hard to get you to invest in cryptocurrencies has a motive.
Rich Sanders investigates cryptocurrency scams as co-founder of company Cypherblade. We asked him to look at Nicole Hutchinson's transactions to see how she was scammed.
This does seem to be what's commonly referred to as a pig butchering scam.
That's right. It's called a pig butchering scam, where scammers patiently work their victims before moving in for the kill.
The name really comes from the fattening up before the slaughter.
In Hutchinson's case, he found her money started in those legitimate cryptocurrency accounts. But the links the crooks told her to transfer the money to were actually digital wallets belonging to the scammers. And his firm traced other money going to those fake addresses too, likely, he says, from other victims.
It is easily a 10+ million figure amount.
So you're saying conservatively, they've scammed at least $10 million in your estimation?
Absolutely.
Money, he says, likely went to an organized ring of scammers operating out of Asia who prey on inexperienced victims.
I think he really played off that I was naive.
I'm a PhD. I'm a PhD.
And not knowing anything about crypto and taking that and running with it.
Hutchinson and her father are now living in his RV.
Wow. I'm going to minimize this because something wrong with the audio must have went out. But I'm just going to go ahead and stop sharing the screen. Whew. So yeah, that was the issue going on right now. So I'm going to go ahead and put this audio. So the audio is still good. I'm going to go ahead and go back to sharing the screen because there's more information I need to share with y'all. So y'all see, $300K that she inherited, Nikki Hutchinson. Back and forth, sending the money, funds back and forth. See a lot of issues right here. Now here's something I want to show y'all. Romance scam grows over 5 years. in 2017, which is 4 years ago, it was only 87 million in these Roman scams that were reported. In just 5 years, it went up tenfold to $547 million. Where is this? Hold on, guys. Anyways, it must be an alarm. So it went tenfold up to $547 million. So this is a trend that's catching on. So a lot of us, you know, people that are going to go into crypto, they're going to be making money. Watch out how you easily lose this money. So it's not only for women, this is also a note for men, guys out there, you know, that once you start making your money, that online scams are getting prevalent. They're coming everywhere now. And people are getting smart. They're making all these fake websites. And I want y'all to just be careful when you're out there, you know, tricking it on these women and all, that y'all don't be giving out personal information. Anyways, guys, that's all I wanted to say in this video. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. This is William from YouTube, and bye-bye.